In this video, we'll be learning about how to create a quotation from our pending inquiry at your CRM. So, what is CRM? CRM is your customer relationship management. In ERP, it refers to your integration of the customer relationship management functions within your ERP system, that's enterprise resource planning, to manage your entire customer life cycle from lead generation to sales, order processing, delivery, billing, all in one system. So this is termed to be as your CRM. When you move on to your quotation, it's also known as your sales quotation, proposals, or some pro forma invoice, which is a formal document that's been sent to a customer which outlines the price, terms, and conditions for sale of products or services before an order is being placed up. So this is called as your quotation. So in order to understand this concept in better way, let me explain you in detail. And this slide consists of your quotation details, which is going to get displayed up at your quotation screen. So which holds up your unit price, and so the ordered quantity, item, and so item descriptions for which you're going to raise it up. And this slide holds your workflow approval. Here it consists of two processes. One is of reviewing the document and another is of approving the document. So once the user have given the entry and posting the document, the corresponding document will get forwarded for review to Pooja, who will be acting as our supervisor here. After reviewing the document, that particular document will be getting forwarded to Shweta, who is our manager, will be approving the document. So after the approval, the document gets created up. So this is how the workflow would be. And before getting into the login, let me show you the report of our inquiry, which you are going to take up it on our quotation. And so this is the report which have been generated from our inquiry screen. So by having this inquiry details, this is of your approved inquiry report. So by having this inquiry details, which will be followed up at your quotation screen at pending. So this is what we are going to pick up as your quotation. So now in order to create a quotation that's from your pending inquiry, let's move on to our login page. So this is a login page, and here I'm entering as our user. After entering a username and password, click on login. And now click on your CRM. At transaction, quotation has been placed up. So this is a screen of your creation, and so where you can filter the document by either by header wise or by line wise by giving a search. And it holds up two icons. One is of creating a direct, another is of from pending, which is of this yellow icon. So when you click on this yellow icon, it consists of your pending inquiries. So this is the inquiry which have been created of. So now in order to create, elect the document and click on this create quotation. And so it will be moving further to creation. If you do not want it to proceed further, you can close this inquiry by clicking on this close. If you want to cancel, you can just click on this cancel. If you want to hold or either unhold, you can click it respectively. So now in order to create, let's click on this create quotation. So here it consists of your prefix, and so the account that's of your customer. Where you're able to change off here. And now click on OK. And so a document will get viewed up here like this. So in addition, we have a quotation number which will get generated automatically. And then followingly, we have a quotation date, and so the prefix. Then comes your inquiry number, since it's from your pending. That's your inquiry number. Then comes your currency, and then it's your exchange rate. So exchange rate is a value of one currency in terms of another currency. In ERP, it's used to convert foreign currency transactions like sales, purchase, or payments into the company's base or local currency for accounting and reporting. Then comes your validity days. So I'm giving it as 30. So when you give the validity date, will get calculated off. Then comes the net amount, and so the customer comes your source type, that's of inquiry. Then I'm giving the payment term. So here the payment term is nothing but it defines the conditions and timeline under which the buyer must make payment to the seller. It specifies when and how much the customer needs to pay. Or Namshan Dinesh. Okay. And so here comes your payment term. So payment term defines the conditions and timeline under which the buyer must make payment to the seller. It specifies when and how much the customer needs to pay after receiving goods or services. Then comes your ship through, whether by road or by air or through sea. Then it's of your Inco term, that's international commercial term. It defines the responsibilities of buyer and seller in international or domestic trade, especially related to transportation, insurance, and risk transfer. It specifies who bears the cost and risk of moving goods from seller to a buyer. Then have a location ID, assigned units, and so the reference. Then comes the status. So still the document is on process, it's of draft. When it's been forwarded, status will be changed to entry completed, and when been approved by the approver, will be transformed to approved status or active status. And so the line, so it holds up the line detail that's being fetched up from your inquiry. So here the quotation quantity can also be changed off. And here I'm giving the unit price, that's of 7,500. So this line amount will get calculated based on your quotation quantity and so the unit price. So here unit price is nothing but the cost of single unit of a product or service in your sale order. It's a price before your taxes, discounts, and additional charges have been applied up. Then comes your price basis, which is of user defined, and then your HSN code, that's your harmonized system of nomenclature, which has been used for goods. Then we have a tax percentage. So the percentage of tax applicable on the item that's been based on your HSN and SAC code. Then it's of your IGST amount that's been applicable on your interstate sales. Then it's of your CGST amount. So it's applicable on intrastate sales collected by your central government. Then here we have our SGST that's been applicable on intrastate sales collected by your state government. Then your UTGST, that's Union Territory GST, applicable on intrastate sales in Union Territories. And then we have your action. So if you not want this line, you can click on this bin icon, so that line will delete it off. When you click on this detail, quotation details will get viewed up. When it's of your ship set, it groups some multiple line items and some sale order to be shipped together in one delivery, with like our extra components. Then we have our combination, which holds up your levels and groups. So when you click on this location details, it consists of your bill to and ship to addresses. So after giving up all such items, you will be saving the document. And now click on post. Now the document will get forwarded for review to Pooja, who's our supervisor. Now click on OK. Now the document has been forwarded. Here I'm entering as a supervisor. And so this is a login page of our supervisor. Now click on this bell icon, go to approvals. Document has been waiting up here to take up the action. Now click on this detail icon. just have a review of the document by item wise and so the quantity and unit price. So after having a review, you will be clicking on approve in order to forward the document for approval. So now let's forward the document by clicking OK. Now let's log in here as our manager. So this is the login page of our manager. Now click on this bell icon, go to approvals. Document has been folded up here. And you click on this detail icon. So before approving, the status will be of entry completed. So this is a document which has been forwarded after the review from our supervisor. So now in order to approve, click on this approve. And now the document will get approved of. Document has been approved now. Now let's go and check the status at our user. And so this is the document that's been created. When you click on this quotation number, document will get viewed up here. Now the status has been approved after draft and entry completed. So in order to create a revision, you can just click on this create revision. When you click on this print icon, a document will get generated for your quotation. So this is a document of your which consists of the details that's been entered up. So which holds up your item description, and so the HSN code, quantity, unit price which you have entered, and so on. And then we have your total item, total quantity, and so your tax calculation will also get calculated and will get displayed up at your total amount. So this is how you'll be generating a report for your quotation. Then it holds your workflow log. So it refers to the record or log of all actions, approvals, rejections, and status changes that occur during the life cycle of your workflow transaction in an ERP system, where it provides a complete audit trail showing who did what, when, and what decision was taken at each step of your workflow process. So this is how you will be creating a quotation from your pending inquiry. Thank you for watching.